Smooth with Arcs, the original tool in GPX Magic, now has 3 operating modes and 2 ways of applying it to the track. The first mode is classic bend mode, and for bend mode I need to drop the purple marker and position the orange marker somewhere else, and as you can now see, as I move these markers relative to one another, that gives you smooth lines as it approaches and leaves the markers, and it's a little bit limited in terms of its flexibility, but it can produce quite nice results. The second mode is single point mode. Single point mode, position the orange marker at 1 point, and I can replace that with 2 points, which reduces obviously the amount of inflection at each point, or I could reduce it by many points to give a smoother curve, and that's very nice if you want to focus on individual points. Curly whirly mode is works on the whole track if you like it to. What I'll do is I'll just drop a marker and apply it to a section of the track to illustrate, and curly whirly does something a bit like splines, but it creates a series of circular arcs approximately that smoothly transition from one to another to give a fairly nice but smooth approximation to the existing track. That can be quite pleasing in some cases. Finally, you have ink mode. Ink mode applies only with bend and curly whirly. So for bend, ink mode, ignore the orange and the purple markers, just click somewhere on the track. And if I see a white spot, that means it's working. I go somewhere else on the track, and then it's as if I was moving the orange and purple markers, but it's a bit easier to actually see what's happening without having to fiddle with the 2 separate controls. And that can work quite well, and it gives you a few more options actually, because you're not confined to the existing track points alone. You can use any space along an edge between the track points, and that sometimes gives better results. You can also do that for curly whirly mode, so you can select a range of track for curly whirly just by dragging anywhere along the track.